You already know what time it is. It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape, definitely bringing you the Powerslams pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslam show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslam show. Turn it up.
What's up, everybody? Episode 525 of the Pancakes and Powerslams show. I'm Dr. Chris. We up here enjoying some smooth sounds. This is West Pendleton. Amsterdam is the title of the song. And we're going to have a good time just like we do every single time. PNP Nation is here, ready to rock and roll. Very nice. Setting the tone. Oh, yeah. All right. PNP Nation, how y'all doing? Some changes in my ambiance. Having a good time, as always. Before I get into the questions, y'all got a special message from Harry Carey. He's got a question for you.
Hey, now, we all know that the moon is not made of green cheese. But what if it were made of barbecue spare ribs? Would you eat it then?
Used to be a big, a huge SNL fan. Harry Carey here. All right. Elvis thinks that Austin Theory is the future. I'm not sold yet. How's my Easter? My Easter was fabulous, Elvis. Thank you for asking. It was absolutely fabulous. Had a really good time. Very, very good time at Easter. It was a good time. I had very much fun. And it was really, really cool. How cool was it? It was really cool. It was so cool that I have to echo my sentiments of how amazing it was. It was so awesome. Church was good. And we did a lot of singing. We did a whole lot of singing. We did a lot of singing. Singing was so good. So good. So good. The singing was so good. The singing was so good. The message is awesome too. Having fun with my voice effect interface here. Little auto tunes for y'all. All right, yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. Church was good. I had a brunch after the after church, and well, church is always good. You know, I'm a church guy. Brunch was good. I treated my family and my sister-in-law to brunch, and following that, nice nap, and something else. Oh, we went to my aunt's house. My aunt hosted Easter. And the food was so good. So good. The food was so good. So good. So good. So good. That's how good the food was. What's up, Ricky? Yes. AJ was a first timer. Yeah, he's shooting me an email. At first, he was so I reached out to him a few months ago, like right after their release, not too far after their release. And he was like, "No, I can't. It's too late." And then Brianna said no because of certain things at first, and then she reached back out to me. And she was like, "Hey, so I can do interviews now. Yeah, so yeah, you wanna you ready? Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do something." So I scheduled her. She was first in the bunch. Then I reached out to Hootie, and he was the most responsive. He was the quickest responder. The quickest responder. He was like, boom. Reached out to him, and he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Super nice guy. And then AJ reached out to me last week. He was like, "Yeah, so yeah, let's let's do something." So we did something tonight, and he emailed me right after and said, "Yeah, let's bring me. I would love to come on again." So cool beans. All three of them, I've had positive experiences with them, so that's very very nice, very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice, very nice, very nice. That the hit makers. I've interviewed all three of them on my unscripted show. And that is the very first time ever in nearly 2 years of having that show that I've had an entire faction on my show, different times. Very nice. Congratulations to the Hitmakers for making that feat on my show. Ricky said he's going to a huge, he's going to a huge wrestling convention this weekend, the biggest in Europe. Very nice. Hall of Famers and legends will be there. Will be there. Kurt Angle, Sting, New Age Outlaws, Trish Stratus, JBL, Tugboat, Bray Wyatt, Mickey James, and many, many more. Very nice. That should be fun, Ricky. Have fun, man. I'm gonna text Kurt Angle actually and see if he wants me to promote. A bunch of you have a show and he's probably asleep. It's almost midnight. He lives on the East Coast. He lives on the East Coast. He lives in the East Coast. He lives in the East Coast. Lives on the East Coast. He lives on the East Coast. Okay. That's cool, Ricky. Drop a link to Unscripted. Just subscribe to Sports Kid Wrestling YouTube. Sports Kid Wrestling YouTube. Subscribe to it and bingo bango. Elvis picked up a Mr. Perfect Rocky Maivia in Dusty Rose Baby. The American Dream. Dusty Rose Baby. Dusty Rose, the American Dream. Dusty Rose, the American Dream. That's the thing. That's the thing when you impersonate people. See, that's the thing. I used to be really big into impersonations. I was a big fan of impersonations. Okay, and I used to be a big fan of Dana Carvey, one of my favorite SNL characters. He was really, really good impersonator. Frank Caliente, I believe his name is. They used to do a really good John Madden impersonation. It was really good. And I just love impersonations. And so watching certain impersonators as a kid, I really got fascinated in it. And if I spent a lot of time doing it, I would really master that art because I could do a little. I could do a lot of people. I could do a lot of people. I could do a lot of people. I could do. You know what this is? I don't have to introduce myself. I don't have to introduce myself. You know exactly who I am. You know exactly what I do. And you know who I am too. And you know what I do. And you know why I'm here. Okay. So yeah. It's the art. It's the art of the person. It's the impersonations. It's not just the voice. It's the caricatures. It's the mannerisms. And so when you impersonate Dusty Rhodes, you gotta get into it, baby. You gotta go back to the hard time that it fire, baby. You gotta go back to Sapphire with the polka dot, baby. You gotta do the Malcolm baby. You gotta get it really enveloped into the character, saturated, if you will, baby. Saturated and enveloped in the character, baby. That's what you gotta do. All right, Ricky. Thoughts on the rumors of Excellence Reigns? I don't know who that is. I know Roman Reigns is holding the title until next year's Mania and facing The Rock. I am totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. I don't think you drop the title just to some random person. I think that Roman Reigns has had the championship since August of 2020, and he hasn't been pinned since December of 2019. So it's been 2.5 years since he's been pinned. Over 2.5 years, nearly 2.5 years, 2 years and 4 months. So nearly 2.5 years since he's been pinned. He's had the title for a year and a half, almost a year and 8 months. Year and 8 months. And almost a 2-year reign. I think that's amazing in this day's products. I think that's incredible. I think that I am a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. And it's cool that a heel has it too. A heel has that long of a reign because people are going to boo him anyways. People are going to boo him for having a long title reign. The fans of today's WWE product and pro wrestling product, their attention span merits them coming into my office for therapy. I mean, it is horrible. The attention span of really sinking their teeth into a product is absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. And so it makes sense nowadays for a heel to have the championship because what are you going to do? Complain about a heel having the championship? Oh, man, I'm so tired of Roman Reigns. I'm so tired of him. Oh, man, it's shoving them down their throats, man. I'm so tired of Roman Reigns. Okay, well, good. That's what you're supposed to do. He's a heel. You're not supposed to like him. So if you don't like him for having a long title reign, that's the point. So I'm a fan of it. I like it. I think it's a good idea. And you have, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, Ricky. You have to groom the baby face who is going to beat Roman Reigns. If you do not, the babyface who does beat Roman Reigns is going to be absolutely tragic because you have this amazing opportunity to groom a top babyface, consistent babyface, you have the amazing opportunity to groom a babyface just for him to go 50-50 again. Oh man, that would be horrible. That would be absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Ricky said, I think that Theory winning the title was great. Yes, Finn Balor is most probably going to get buried now. That sucks, but Theory's 24, so definitely a star of the future. His gimmick of taking selfies is what everyone does nowadays, especially when they meet a celebrity. Also, he's backed by Vince. He couldn't have any better backing. The Vince thing is the endorsement's cool, but here's the problem. Drew McIntyre thought he had way too much pressure on him in the very beginning. He was groomed. He was the chosen one by Vince McMahon. Didn't really work out too much. I'm not sold in this Theory gimmick. It's like wrestling fans need to get themselves out of the wrestling bubble and realize that this going to transcend the product, to take them to heights beyond just a wrestling bubble. The problem with so much wrestling nowadays, the problem with wrestling nowadays, the reason why it's become so terrible in many aspects is because the ratings are between 1.5 to 2 million a week on Raw. That's embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing? It's because there's so much booking within the wrestling bubble. There's no desire to transcend the product anymore. And it's terrible. I mean, it's bad. There's no larger than life. There's no stars being groomed. There's no stars that's going to transcend the business. There's no there's no wrestlers babyface wrestlers that people can really sink their teeth in and just really kind of emulate. And there's just not that anymore. And you have Roman Reigns, who is a good heel. Roman Reigns is killing it right now. Austin Theory, though, there's nothing about Austin Theory that goes beyond the WWE. I mean, he has a good look, but I mean, Austin Theory has a look that 20 out of 50 people have. There's nothing that stands out about Austin Theory. Now, when he was in Evolve, he did a fantastic job. But he's a medium fish in a big pond at this point. Evolve, though, it was good. I think NXT would have been his jam. I think having a championship in NXT and things like that would have been better. I'm just not buying that. I'm just not buying him to be a top player on a WWE stage. I don't think when I think of I'm a business guy. So I don't think of wrestling fandom. That's not me anymore. I'm not some just obsessive wrestling fan anymore. I've been in the pro wrestling business as a worker of the business for 10 plus years now. And over the past decade, I know so much of the ins and outs about wrestling now. It's just like the stakes are higher for me because I know so much. Like woo me, like woo me, like impress me. And so many people are dropping from pro wrestling fandom because even as dedicated fans, there's far more better options in pro wrestling television than to watch wrestling nowadays. And that's sad. That's sad, but it's true. Pro wrestling is not a sport or sports entertainment or programming that people in majority and mass people are leaving their interest because there's far more better options. So, and that doesn't have, to me, that has to do very little with the talent. Very little with the talent. Mostly with the booking and the creative staff to build this talent. I imagine talent has so many talent have pitches for days. I mean, they have pitches among pitches of their character. I'm friends with JTG. I just chatted with him recently, within the past week, and just so many pitches that he had about his character, and they put him in some random, just generic tights character with not much going on. They made him a heel. He was wearing he was a solo heel with generic tights. I mean, there was nothing that stuck out. He has so many ideas for his character. And I just think it's weird. I mean, like, you want characters to thrive, because the more characters thrive, the more your business thrives. And to me, Austin Theory, I mean, that alone. I mean, if you think about it, let's think his real name, his real first name is Austin. Okay. So there's this talk that Vince McMahon does not want any person to keep their real name. Okay. Very weird, because Kevin Steen is his name, and they changed it to Kevin Owens. So I guess that's good enough. Austin Theory is not his name. Theory is not his last name. Austin is his first name, but his last name is not Theory. So there's been talk of he saw Austin's name out there and he took Theory's name away. That is mostly debunked, but it seemed the reasoning is that he doesn't want anybody, he doesn't want real names in the WWE. Okay, Vince, do me a favor then. Make your name a gimmick. Period. Make your name a gimmick. If you're all about the person who leads by example, who wants to take the bumps to make sure that, okay, if I can do it, you can too, with the billionaire strut. If you want to lead by example, how about you change your name and you don't be Vince McMahon? How about that? How about that, Vince? You change your name first, and then you start changing everybody else's name. I mean, come on now. Walter's real first name is Walter, so he changes the Gunther. Marcel Bartel, real name Ludwig. And it's just, come on. Raul changed his name from Legado del Fantasma. He changed his name because that's his real name. It's like Mendoza. Yeah, Raul Mendoza. Changed his name because that's his real name. I just don't understand how that really is going to help somebody's branding. It just baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. Theory is just not a championship name. Theory. So by definition, your name is not reality yet. Like, it's in theory. So it's a thought that needs some time to become actualized. But it's a theory, though. It's a thought that could be true, but needs further investigation. So in theory, theory is what that name is. Dion, praying for you. Praying for you. Couldn't miss you, although I'm tired and got a little headache. I'm praying that it gets better very much, Dion. Thank you so much for your support. Very, very much, Dion. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Dion. Great job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Do I think that I would get the opportunity of Sting one of these days? AEW has such a lock. If he gets away from AEW, AEW has such a lock on their interviews. You gotta go through so many hoops. I really don't have the time to as we go through hoops to I've talked to R Truth before on the phone, very nice guy. I'm cool with other people who are top names. And you just have to go through hoops. I've even said this person referred me to talk to you, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool. We'll get to you when we got this coming up in this day and whatever." It's just, and it's just so many hoops, and I'm cool with people in AEW, like a text away with some people, and they were like, "Sorry, man. Like I would leave. I would love to, but." You got to go through this person, go through that. I don't have the time. I am a full doctor with a full stack schedule. I don't have time to be going around trying to do, recruitment work. Most of the people I get from unscripted, I mean, I get them because I know people who know people. Like AJ got to me because I reached out to Brianna and then I show my portfolio. My portfolio is strong enough for people to say, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to get some benefit from this because, his platform is over 3 million followers. So definitely going to get some benefit from that. And so, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then you work on your retention by being a good interviewer and you'll have people speak positive of you. And AJ reached out to me because I've interviewed Brianna and I've interviewed Tahuti, and both of them were like, "Yeah," and this is what AJ said. They said, "Yeah, he's good people's." So there you go. I have people reaching out to me, so worked out. I know I got so Gilbert is next week. I'll be interviewing Gilbert on Unscripted, and I got Gilbert because I'm cool with Renee Dupree, and so I'm cool with Renee Dupree. So there you go. It's a lot of my interviews are because I know people who know people, and the people I know speak very well of me. So and they speak very well of me because I earn my stripes. I earn my keep. Um and so that's what happened. What else we got, PMP Nation? We got still about 15 more minutes or so based on the questions we have. What else we got? PNP Nation. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Have I kept in with Black Bart? I love when you interview him. He's one of kind of entertaining. Let's call him. I do I do. I mean, he gave me some love. For PNP 10-year anniversary. I'm calling old Black Bart right now, actually. He actually gave me a different number. Yeah. This number is disconnected. He messaged me and told me his new number. Now I gotta find it though. Gotta find it. Gotta find his new number. We're friends on Facebook, so I can reach out on Facebook, but nah. He's in Tejas. So Texas is 2 hours from me. 1 to 2 hours. Let's see if we can reach old Black Bart. He's probably asleep though. Let's see. Yeah, it's still 11-19 in his world. Let me find out. Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. We're live, pal. I'm going to get old Black Bart on see if I can reach old Black Bart. It's kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse or something like that. Let's see. There we go. I'm calling him. Let's see. Bart, he said, "What's going on, my brother? What's up, man?" So I'm about to put you on speaker. I'm live right now, and I have one of my fans of the show, Elvis. He asked a question while I'm on live right now. He said, have you kept in touch with Black Bart? I love when you interview him. He is one of a kind and entertaining." So Elvis is giving you some love.
All right. So he loves Black Bart. Now what?
We're live right now, and I got you on speaker. Elvis asked me if I've kept in touch with Black Bart. He said he loves when I interview you. You are one of a kind, entertaining. You got a message to send to Elvis right now? He just put you over.
He just put me over. He put me over big time, brother. Yeah, Glenda.
Just give Elvis a message.
I know we're live, but I was just sitting here going through my old on Facebook on all of my friends that had died from high school.
Oh wow!
So he kind of caught me off guard.
Oh no, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, Elvis. Brother, you don't know how much it means. You don't know how much it means for somebody to honestly say, hey, Bart, you've entertained me for years and years and years, and it means so much to an old fart that's just sitting here in his house in his living room, and I never ever thought that when I was wrestling that I was anything other than just somebody trying to make a living, like a welder going to work every morning, or a painter going to work every morning and spray painting cars or digging ditches or digging holes for utility poles by hand. And I've done that for years and years as a foreman. And when I was wrestling, it wasn't. Just last night, I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm gonna get this out, and I ain't gonna call no names, but brother, a guy, I guess he was in his 20s, maybe 27, but his dad, when I won the Mid-Atlantic belt in the Carolinas, he started watching me, and he idolized and followed my whole career from that point on. Mm-hmm. And that little boy at 4 or 5 years old, growing up, watching his daddy watch Black Bart and praising and I thought back to my childhood, brother, and it was my daddy watching Fritz von Erich and idolizing Fritz von Erich.
Nice.
And me as a little boy, if I got in front of the TV, I got a work boot upside my head. Get out of my way. And and it got me. But then the guy says, he says, Bart, I'm looking I've been looking and trying to find an 8x10 picture of you, because my dad is dying of brain cancer.
Wow.
And I said, Dad, no, you know, and it jarred my memory back all the way to when I was a kid, growing up with my dad. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to, I got my wife over there, because I can't really text real good, and my stuff, when I text, all comes out all garbage and can't read it. But anyway, my wife got on there and told the dude to send me a envelope, and with his address and self-address and everything. And I've got probably, I don't know, 10 different poses and 8x10s that I'm going to send him to give to his daddy.
Nice.
And then I'm going to FaceTime him.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to FaceTime. I'm going to talk to his old man. I'm trying not to cry, but brother, it jars to know that the fans, you actually got it to some of the fans. You understand what I'm saying? It actually got there, brother. It means so much, Elvis, that I touched you, you know, and it means so much to me that I did.
Yes.
You know, and I wasn't trying to be a smart aleck. I wasn't trying to be a superstar. I was trying to be Black Bart, trying to feed my family. That's what I was.
Yes.
I was Rick Harris, trying to feed my family.
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
that was it. When I started the business out in the Carolinas, I was trying to help my mom and dad and me, and then Bonnie come in, and that was the whole. That's all we was trying to do. And in the meantime, we're on the Superstation. We become legends. We become heroes of people, and you don't even realize it. You know, you don't even realize it. And I'm glad that I lived long enough, and a lot of my buddies did that I worked with back then. When I worked with them guys, and I was with them guys, every one of us had that same. We wasn't trying to be smart alecks. We wasn't trying to be superstars. We was trying to feed our families. That's what we were doing.
Yes, sir.
We were doing what we loved and getting paid well doing it.
That's right.
I mean, you know, and yeah, brother, I love you, and I thank you. I thank you with all my heart, brother.
Well, Bart, it's
just
pleasure, man.
brother. You know, it's so much.
Yes, sir.
But God bless everybody.
Yes,
and
sir.
I love every one of you. I know how many. I love y'all. I love you. God bless you.
Rick, well, Bart, it's been a pleasure, man. Elvis is listening right now. They're on the chat, and man, they're putting you over, man. So thank you so much
I love y'all, brother.
Love you back, man. You. All right.
God bless you, brother.
You too. Bye-bye. There you go, Elvis. Impromptu interview from old Black Bart. Impromptu conversation. Not even really an interview, but impromptu conversation of old Black Bart. So that answers your question, Elvis. Yes, I do keep in contact with old Black Bart. My guy. Thoughts on Roman versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know, the only problem is I like Shinsuke, and I'm not happy that he's just going to be a filler. You know, he's being used to be a filler now. He's basically this year's Cesaro. Last year the same thing happened with Cesaro. Like, Cesaro beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. He gets an opportunity for Roman Reigns right after. And Shinsuke lost at WrestleMania, which was weird. He lost the tag match at WrestleMania, and somehow he still gets a title shot. That's just no logic. That doesn't make sense to me. But I like Shinsuke, and I think he should be utilized way better than what he is now. And I wish that he would have I wish that he would have been booked to be made more important than just coming out for Reigns and getting beat up. He came out just to get beat up. And he's going to lose the match at WrestleMania Backlash. So didn't make sense to me. Just terrible character development. All right. I got a few more minutes. I am having too much fun, Chad. Yes, indeed. Having a good time at PNP like we do all the time. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Sue's thoughts on Kushita leaving WWE. Not a surprise when they dropped the cruiserweight division for NXT. Not a surprise. I'm a huge Kushita fan. He's one of my favorite wrestlers from New Japan. So it was cool to see him for a hot second and even have an opportunity to win a title in NXT. But the ship has sailed, and I mean it's unfortunate, but that's business. I don't see anyone else, but I don't see anywhere else to utilize them, unfortunately. Am I going to do auto tune with Vince and Legion of Raw? Come on, Legion of Raw, and make the request, Vince, Aaron. Make that request, Aaron. So I'm going to do auto tune on the way out. On the way out. On the way out. On the way out of Legion of Raw. Legion of Raw with Vince Russo. You want me to do auto tune at the end of Legion of Raw with Vince Russo? Just come on the show and make the request to do an outro of the Legion of Raw with Vince Russo. Oh man, I love it. Who was my favorite interview from Dion is asking who my favorite interview. Well, that's a good question, Dion. Ooh. Man, I've interviewed so many people. I've interviewed over 300 people, 300 wrestlers. It's really hard to detect who my favorite interview is. I'm going to go. Probably. I was a big fan of Jim Johnston's interview. Trying to figure out I've interviewed like 16 or 17 Hall of Famers, and I would say out of all the Hall of Famers I've interviewed, the most the most people I've vibed with of the list of interview, out of the most person from the Hall of Fame I was really vibing with and having a good conversation was oh no, let me see. Let me look at the list of WWE Hall of Famers. Let's see. List of WWE Hall of Famers. I'm trying to think of people who are just really nice guys on the air and off the air, and it was just really good. I was really jiving with. I'm looking at the list of Hall of Famers right now. One of the people that I've interviewed from the Hall of Famers. Gerald Briscoe was a good interview. Oh, Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat was a good interview. Very good interview. And he's also one of my all-time favorites. Yeah. Road Warrior Animal was fun to interview. Ended up being a friend of mine. Ended up having a show with him, so that was a huge blessing. Yeah, those are a few names that I can think of. I've interviewed like 17 Hall of Famers. But those are the ones who stick out to me as far as interviews. And it was just nice guys, like on and off of the air. Billy Gunn's a nice guy. I got along with him. He was cool. JVL was nice. Yeah. I mean, those are the ones that stand out. There's a lot of, I mean, JTG is always fun to interview. I was cool with him. Ken Anderson's always fun to interview. Sean Davari. Those are the ones, like those are Marty Elias. Those are ones that I've stuck with, that I've stuck, became friends with. Let's see, a few more. Collect any wrestling tours, figures going up. Yeah, I used to. I didn't do that for a long time. Like I did when I was a kid, but I haven't done that in a long time. Lonzo in the house, what's up? No, I don't think he should drop the titles at next year's Mania at all. Unless it's a cash in from Drew, and I said that before. That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Cash in from Drew after he beats The Rock at WrestleMania. Ripley, Ciampa, just doesn't make any sense to me. It's just why? Weird. Yeah, Kaylee Ray, yeah, Casey Catanzaro. Although Casey Catanzaro's name makes sense. I mean, like it's to me, Casey Catanzaro is not it's a cool name, but it's not really a catchy name, wrestling wise. How do I feel that WWE has booked Cody Rhodes so far since his return? He's talking too much. The fans are still on him, but I think they're not doing a really good job keeping him vibrant as a babyface. He's talking too much. Give us the element of mystique. Yeah, I did hear about that. That was pretty funny. Do I like the direction AEW is going with Keith Lee? No, I do not. I do not. He's always on Rampage, and the one Dynamite match he had was a tag match, and he lost. So, no. Do I think, honestly, Cody could be the babyface grooming against Roman? I don't think so. No. Probably to face him, but not to dethrone him. No. Alonzo, why is WWE unifying titles if they're not going to end the brand split? What's the point? I don't even know if this is unification. It seems like it's a Becky Lynch type of thing from 3 years ago. So if they are right now to put Roman as the top wrestler on both brands, I think that will take away the mystique of Roman Reigns. I think that would be oversaturation. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan. All right, a few more. If you think that Roman is hot now, why is he not moving the needle right now? He is. I mean, SmackDown's the best show on. SmackDown's the highest rated show on in all of professional wrestling right now. What are you talking about? SmackDown is the highest rated show in all of professional wrestling. So obviously he's doing something. Yeah, I mean they've made the most money with Reigns as champ, the highest grossing period in WWE history. Roman Reigns is absolutely a needle mover for sure. Tina, fun wrestling matches, but hardly any large in life characters. Yes, you need talent that can speak to everyone, not just wrestling fans. Yes. Regardless, I like Austin Theory. He's a nice guy, and I hope he does have success. Regardless if he's a nice guy or not. I mean, I know a lot of nice guys who didn't really make it too far. Then him being a nice guy can help him, gain some points backstage. I mean, that's good. I mean, that's a plus, right? He's got a ton of potential, man. He's got a ton of potential, but right now the selfie gimmick, no. How come Randy Orton is the only one that gets to keep his real name in WWE? Because he has stroke. He has stroke. Same thing as John Cena. You got stroke. You got stroke. No, Vince isn't going to change John Cena's name. No way. Long lost son. No. I bet Vince hates Orton, Lashley, and Lesnar use their real names. Suppose it's too late to change them. Yeah, it's too late. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see what else we got real quick. Pick up some Slim Jims for the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah. Or the packets last week at the grocery store. Yeah, you picked up some Slim Jims. Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Pick up my Slim Jims. Yeah. C-Ride just got in the building. No problem. Maltese in the building. What's up? Who was someone I want to interview? Good question. You love the purple lighting. Thank you. Have I joined Edge's faction? No. I've had this purple lighting way before Edge's faction. Someone I want to interview, Chris Jericho. PG version. All of my wrestlers, I tell them PG. So as long as he doesn't use profanity, I'm down. Too late. I didn't even see these questions when Black Part was on here. So cool. Yep. Run in from Black Bart. Absolutely. Everybody has to feed their family. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Yeah. Run in from Black Bart. It was super cool. When will she come back to the main roster? I don't think anytime soon. I think she's doing a really good job with Toxic Attraction. When she drops the NXT title, I guess, but nah. No need. Thank you. All right, I'm out of here. Fun time as always. I'm going to end with a very poignant outro. Thank you all for being on PNP. I get to bring my outro music back. Yeah. I get to bring. This used to be my outro music for years. Yeah. Yeah, this used to be my outro music for years when I just did straight podcasting. This was it. This was my outro music. And it's back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. With this software, with StreamYard, you can't just like do audio clips, but I have a soundboard now where I can hook it up to StreamYard software, and I can actually play music like I'm playing right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear from this moment on the return of my outro music. And I'm so glad you had a good time on PNP. I sure did. It was a fantastic time. It was lots of fun. Lots of fun. And I hope you had a lot of fun with me, because it was a lot. It was great fun tonight, yo. Drop my name to Kurt this weekend. Yeah, do that, Ricky. Let me know how that goes. Fun time, fun time. 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 Yeah. It's time to go on PNP. I'm Dr. Chris, baby. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Until next week. Thanks. Enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, good night. Always make it fun. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky, very much. Thank you, C-Rye. Appreciate all y'all. All right. I'm going to do my outro. Thanks for joining us. Episode 525 of PNP. Always remember, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Oh, hold on a second. Always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody. God bless y'all. Peace.